Shalom, praise God the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yashai, Wahawa Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, Apostle Tahar, Kabal, Ka, Aramlab. The Shalom, all the sincere Achim, and the person is reading sincerely in the truth. I'm going to make a video on this so-called Bill Cosby thing, you know. It shows you that basically Jake will always be in worse state than Esau, especially in this kingdom, you know, in this kingdom. Like basically, Bill Cosby got sent to jail because of what some woman said that happened 10 years ago and even more. So basically that means that you can basically sleep with a woman, and after 10 years, she can basically say that you raped her and you can go to jail. That's basically what's happening right now. That's exactly what happened. But eventually, yeah, he of course he sold his soul, and he basically is in league with Esau, so he gets whatever he deserves. He gets what he deserves. So this is let me see. Bear with me for a minute. Uh, Psalms, Psalms 94 and 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? Because that's actually what they're doing as well, man. They have these wicked laws that basically, in one state, it's all of a sudden where so-called Harvey Weinstein was being indicted and stuff like that, was being accused. It was there was statutes of limitations, but with Bill Cosby, it wasn't. So they know exactly what they're doing, man. But I believe that Harvey Weinstein, he knew that he wasn't going to go to jail. He was just playing along with the theater. Because he's a so-called fake Jew as well. So he didn't have anything to worry about. He's one of the, not the elite elites, but definitely one of the lower elites. And he has more power than any of these so-called celebrities. He was just basically going along with the show. So they have these laws basically that basically you can actually it's a wicked law because there's no proof. It's just by whatever someone says, and that's what it is. Instead of coming, look, it's like you can't have someone you can't like get robbed and wait for 10 years and all of a sudden say, yeah, hey, I was robbed 10 years ago. It doesn't work like that, man. But that's what's happening here, man. So here it says, the article says, shamed actor Bill Cosby sent to jail, tonight drugging and molesting woman. Okay, they won't say accused of drugging and molesting. They will say drugging and molesting woman. Why? Because it's Jake, man. You know, when it's Harvey Weinstein, it's different. So but let's read the article. But Esau's gonna pay for all this anyway. But eventually Bill Cosby he deserves this, man, because he chose to be with Esau. He chose to sell his soul. He chose to sacrifice certain family members of his. And yeah, that's basically what you get, man. Bill Cosby leaves court in handcuffs after prison sentencing. The foul predator, that's how they call Jake, man. The foul predator was sentenced to between 3 and 10 years in prison for sexually assaulting a woman in 2004. It caps the dramatic fall from grace for the once beloved comedian from America's Dad to a convicted criminal. Cosby, 81, man, was found guilty in April of 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault for the drugging and sexual assault of his one-time friend Andrea Constant, a former Temple University administrator, at his Philadelphia home in 2004. So look, man, but all these women be saying that they went to the room themselves, They knew you know, he was married, but then it doesn't matter because he is power. So they're not gonna fight against that. It's when you don't have power, when you don't have money, then they basically feel the need to either make a problem out of it. But in the kingdom, it's gonna be different. There's not gonna be any back talking or anything like that because basically just remember what happened to Micah, the daughter of Saul, which is a king's daughter, man. She spoke back to King David once, and she was basically locked up in the castle. She didn't have sex with anyone. She didn't get sex with um, David didn't sleep with her anymore, and basically he didn't deal with her anymore. And you just take care of her, but he just locked her up in the castle, man, just for talking back to him. So yeah, look, that's it sounds cruel, but that's actually how it's supposed to be, man. Look, you're supposed to. There's of course there's a balance with things, but there's certain things like disrespect is not supposed to happen, man. You know, but that's the time we're in now, man. Everything is turned upside down, man. You know, this Bill Cosby basically, I can't really defend him because what he did was he sold his soul, man. And soon they probably wanted him to do something and he didn't. So then they decided to bring these charges up and find anyone, even if it takes, if even if they have to pay people to lie, they'll do that, man. And basically cause them to go to jail. And basically, he didn't really Bill. We call him in the camp. We call him Bill Cosby. He throws pills in your drinks, man. So yeah, that's what happens, man. He's in jail right now. So he was the first celebrity to be convicted for sexual abuse since the start of the Me Too movement, which has seen numerous men in the entertainment industry brought down over allegations of sexual misconduct. His lawyers have vowed to appeal the conviction despite Cosby being branded a sexual violent predator by Judge Stephen O'Neill. Sitting in Montgomery County Court of Common Pleas, Judge O'Neill said that according to Pennsylvania law, Cosby should undergo monthly counseling and register as a sex offender with police for the rest of his life. Neighbors and schools will be notified of his address and crimes. More than 50 other women also have accused Cosby of sexual abuse, going back decades with most complaints too old to prosecute. Yeah, man, but that's a wicked thing. How can you prosecute someone of sexual abuse 10 years later? It doesn't make sense, man. You know? It doesn't make sense. As I said before, you can't say you got robbed and and then you say it was 10 years ago. It doesn't work like that, man. You know. So they gathered Psalms 94 and 21. They gathered themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemned the innocent blood. But in this case, look, man, Bill Cosby, he's not innocent. He sacrificed people as well, and he gets what he deserves this. So he shouldn't receive any pity. You know, you wanna dance with the devil, then that's what it is, man. You know. But the Lord is my defense and my power is the rock of my refuge. So this is also Isaiah 10 and 1. But no, I don't want to read that right now. This is okay. Let me go to Harvey Weinstein now. Now here it is. Harvey Weinstein could face life in prison after new charge, but he's not in prison now. So that's how you see. That's what it is, man. Harvey Weinstein pled not guilty and he didn't get charged, man. You know. So this is let me read that. This is Psalm 73, in which Harvey Weinstein is a fake Jew, as you know. We know that the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the real Jews, the so-called, you know, northern tribe is Judah, of course, which where the word Jew comes from. Then you have Benjamin, Levi, Issachar, Zebulun, Reuben, Ephraim, Asher, Manasseh, um, Reuben, Gad, Naphtali, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. So those are the 12 tribes. If I missed one, so okay, but those are the tribes. The only tribes that were called Jews were Judah, Benjamin, and Levi because they were in one region. They were one kingdom. They were the southern kingdom. So this is Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein, man, the fake Jew. He's just playing, man. He's just playing along. So this is Psalm 73 and uh, 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than heart could wish. Alright, so these Jews, these elites, these so-called top Edomites, they have more than they wish, man, but they're empty because they can't get enough, man. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. So basically, they don't get in trouble like you, man. If you do something wrong, you get fined, you get jail time and everything. When they do something, all of a sudden it's statutes of limitations, and it was too long ago, and they even plead not guilty, man. Meanwhile, yeah, I believe he did it, but eventually, to be honest, look, these women, they choose to go to your place. They chose to go to him themselves, man. Meanwhile, they knew that he was a powerful man, and he was known to do these things. But they still do it, to get a deal to for him to boost basically their career. And afterwards, when they find an opportunity, someone else basically accuses him, then they want to accuse him too. Meanwhile, they knew what they were doing when it happened. They decided to sleep with him or do whatever, get their career boosted, but they didn't feel good about it. And now that someone came out, they decided to basically they decided to also say that he basically molested them, or. But it's actually not molestation because they chose to do it themselves. It was actually a business transaction. He sleeps with them, they do sexual acts for him, and he boosts their career. That's what it is, man. They chose it themselves. So eventually covered them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, so that means that they have everything, man. They have the riches, the fatness of the land, the best parts of the land, the best parts of the world, the best resources. You know, they have more than heart could wish. So they have riches that you can't imagine, man. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning a person. They speak loftily, and um, I forgot the meaning of the word loftily. Loftily is defined as something done in an arrogant or haughty manner when you answer a question and you do so with aura that what you are saying is amazingly smart. And ingenious, this is an example of loftily answering the question. So basically being proud, you know. But I'm not gonna go too deep into this. There's enough people that made videos on this. So with that, I'm gonna say all praise go to the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yashai, Wahawa Kakadash, Kal Halayam, Yahweh Bashem Yashai, you know, and double honors to the apostles of great milestone. Shalom.